What do you got?
Welcome
Hit 'em.
to Polymuse,
Tell them where they're at.
where we walk through our favorite discographies. We're currently halfway through Toxicity.
TikTok City
by System of a Down.
Syndrome. Welcome to the Polymuse experience. Hope you all like System of a Down as much as we do, because there's like 50 more episodes where that came from. We're doing Bounce. Bringing you one track at a time through the artists that changed our lives. We're doing Bounce like a pogo stick. What do you think about this song, Michael? As a 31, 32-year-old man that you are. He likes it, ladies and gentlemen. Hilarious joke of a song, or is it? It's a serious rock banger. The wall of death that you could have to the bridge section of this song is just ridiculous. They always bring it down to a sludgy, like death metal. I don't even know what to call it. When they bring it all the way down to just a chugging rhythm, but this song takes the cake. My name's Ben. This is called Polymuse. This is my cousin Michael.
Hello.
What do you think about the chug of the bounce of the System of a Down?
This was a song that I loved when I was, 12, 13. And this is not a song that I enjoy as much now. It seems right up your alley.
Wow.
Right up your alley.
Yeah. I'll cop to that immediately. I love this song. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but he knows me well, ladies and gentlemen. We can predict sometimes.
The chugging, the chopping, the
Yes,
banging.
It's exactly what I want out of music.
It's a quick 2-minute hitter, about a minute 54
Nothing wrong with that.
of just music-gasm in your ear, basically. Your ears.
Why are we making him wait for it? Because we have to play a couple more ads. Let's keep talking about Bounce. I really thought this was about a pogo stick. When I was in 4th grade, the innuendo did not occur to me.
Was elusive.
There was no need for a deeper. This is about a guy that is like baller at pogo stick. He can show up anywhere. I really would just imagine the amount of entertainment value of a real pogo stick. I get it more now. There's layers to it. Maybe it's not a pogo stick. Maybe it's a metaphor. Maybe it's his personality. How nice of a guy he is. That's so impressive. Maybe it's not a real pogo stick that he hits him with.
Well, you call a lot of things a pogo stick. So,
And I do now.
do you? It's great. I didn't think I needed that on a podcast with my cousin, but it's good to know.
This is a G-rated podcast about a guy on a pogo stick.
It's occasionally.
It's a song called Bounce by a band called Political Band. Oh yeah, very political. So serious type of a band when you're talking about Bounce on the pogo stick. Not a radio hit, not a hit ever. But it was what, in some video games or some movies? It was in a kid's movie. You were trying to tell me this.
Oh, it sure was.
But how would they edit it to make it sound appropriate for maybe? Is there like a pogo stick scene in the movie?
It was in Secret Life of Pets,
Which
actually within the last couple of years.
Kids movie.
It was just like the bounce pogo part.
Okay.
So maybe the more literal
I
pogo
know.
part.
There's no deeper meaning to it. Sometimes there's a metaphor, sometimes there's not.
That was G-rated.
So whoever thinks that there's something there, sometimes it's not about anything.
Sometimes it's not about raging orgies and banging out whoever you can.
But sometimes it is.
But the song is a minute 54. Is that another telling number? Maybe.
Pretty quick.
Maybe we're onto
That's
something.
That's a lot of pogo tricks quickly. I always think this one goes with Shimmy, which we haven't done yet, but those two both their party. They got party songs in here. This is like, you put this up against like a Britney Spears song or something. To me at the time. This is like their club song. This is not, it's a mosh pit song. I'd like to hear a mix of it like that, honestly, where it was some kind of bounce mix to some kind of hard ass beat.
Right. Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is Britney Spears. The System of a Down pogo.
Hey, we had the faint, toxic Power Hour where it was supposed to be a Linkin Park podcast, and then we talked about a Britney Spears mashup for 20 minutes.
We sure did.
I'm just saying
exactly the same thing.
that this is like their balls to the wall song.
Oh, there's balls.
They got songs that are not quite as, goofy. This is just their one. This is where they put it all out. It's like a Lil Jon song. It's like you're just the goofiest, partiest lyrics for as long as possible with as hard of a rhythm as you can hit them with. And let's hit them with it. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah,
Introduce the track.
Let's do it. Let's hit him with the pogo stick.
On the G-rated Poly Music Experience.
All right, Ben. Bounce. Top-notch favorite for you all time.
It's a really good song.
We got a couple bridges, man, which is a lot for a minute 54 track.
They do a lot with it. It's not just a novelty song. They wrote a real bridge section. They've got all that crazy choirs in the background. Really weird, ghostly background vocals. Like I was saying earlier, just the way they hit the chug of the bridge section is insane. They bring it all the way down. It was a goofy song, dude. He goes out on a date with the girl a bit late. She had so many friends. Brought the pogo stick to show her tricks. She had so many friends. It's just about a pogo stick.
Yeah, that's totally what I thought.
They play Twister, but just one pogo stick.
Yeah, see, when you're in middle school, that's totally what you think you're talking about. You're playing Pogs back when this was released. You still got Pogs going on. You got those.
Mistaken.
What are those little Go-Go's? No. Crazy Bones. Yeah, Crazy Bones. You got your Pogs, and you're thinking this is a cool song about pogo sticks and showing girls tricks. There's nothing harmful in that, right? Like you said, there's
never
nice
occurred to
chugging,
me.
hits hard.
Dude,
all the
they
good
had
stuff.
the dumbest superheroes. They had like rollerblading superheroes and like what's that stupid thing? Beyblades, like tops.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's about pogo sticking. They had everything like that. Moon boots. That's what I was thinking of, dude. Like moon boots commercial at a disco. You're at a rave. You got your pogo stick. I would love to see that. I would love to see someone recreate this. Just take the verbatim lyrics. He goes to some kind of disco or rave with a pogo stick.
Do a music video.
But it's a music video for this. And then he ends up in like a Chuck E. Cheese or like an arcade or like a bounce house.
That's a direction. That's a choice. They lined up double quick, but just one pogo stick. Everyone gets to play. Runaway expose. It was so exotic, but just one pogo stick.
Should have brought his other pogo stick if he had more than one. Does it take any skill at all to use a pogo stick? Isn't that kind of like one of those stupid paddle? Isn't it more like a paddle ball or more like a how much? Once you get it, you've got it. You know what I mean? I've seen people. It's not like the type of thing where it's a difficult. It's not a party trick.
Was there a noun
You'd
in there
have to
anywhere?
no, but like, okay.
What?
Okay, so think about this.
Okay.
You got a guy on a unicycle, okay? That takes skill, more concentration.
I think there's lots of skill involved in what's happening in the song.
But a pogo stick, you're not concentrate. You're not gonna fall over really. You're not gonna. What you can do flips. If you do a pogo stick on a trampoline, you can do like flips, but you gotta like tie your feet to the thing.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, because you can like launch upside down, and then
Strap yourself in.
not really a party trick. I can see a unicycle would be a better party trick because you could at least like bar hop and go and like mess with people like in line for bars on like a unicycle and like get tips.
Did you have a razor or any other? Did you skateboard? I don't remember you skateboarding.
I do not skateboard. I have a longboard. I like to longboard for transportation purposes, not really trick doing purposes, not really orgy having purposes. This pogo stick, he gets a lot of mileage.
Longboarding could be the follow-up song, though.
Could be the other way. The secondary, the after party would be the longboarding. Longboarding's more chill than this, dude. He's like a spaz in this song. This is like a different type of a party. What are those other things, though? Those razor things, those are annoying.
Yeah, every kid had them, though.
You get the shoes with the wheels in them.
Oh, the shoes with the wheels. I had no balance. I didn't do any of this stuff.
You didn't have the shoes with the wheels in
I
them?
didn't have the shoes with the
Your
wheels.
principal takes away the wheels. Dang.
I had light-up shoes.
That's not the same tier as a pogo stick party.
Well, pogo stick I have, but...
Are you any good, though? Could you roll up and be like, look, it's so exotic. There's just one pogo stick. Everyone gets to play Runaway Expose.
That's good. Next time I'm in the shower, I'll tell myself that.
It's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, right. My pogo stick. It's so exotic. All right,
It's about how many tricks you know.
Yeah.
It's not about how exotic you think it is. It's about the motion of the ocean. So What else did we have at the time? You got pogo sticks. You got scooters.
We do it with scooters. Well, the toys I had were Hit Clips, Bionicle, Dragon Ball Z, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Ring franchise stuff because that's what came out.
So this is what we were doing at the time.
We were going to, I mean, that's.
It
So
could
I was looking through toys for 2001. There actually wasn't a ton of.
How did pogo sticks sell that year? Was there an uptick in sales? Were they directly responsible for a renaissance of pogo stick orgies?
Don't know that.
Because I bet they were.
Pogo sticks. Let me make sure I get.
I'm
this
sure
in
that's
right.
that's documented somewhere that in the early 2000s.
Oh, that's a
Holy
$500
cow.
pogo stick. I don't
See?
think I googled the right kind.
Dude,
What age is appropriate for a pogo stick?
it's a G-rated episode.
Not this one.
Does it say if it's a good party trick? Because it's not. That doesn't make any sense.
Party tricks.
For beginners. They recommended, Google tried to help them out there, folks. It said for beginners, safest pogo freestyle tricks. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Oh my God, we got a pogo around a
that's
mountain.
gigantic.
This is new ground on the Poly Music Experience, folks. We are reacting in real time to extreme pogo freestyle. Yeah, that could get you laid.
No.
You thought this was a joke.
Oh no!
That's
Oh
I was
no.
wrong, folks. Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen,
no.
everything I said about this not being a skill is incorrect because, and you don't have to tie your feet to it either. They do the flips on solid ground. That was lame. They're landing on their feet.
All right, he's got a solid landing. Oh,
So evidently, bringing it on home, Serge Tankian, Darren Malakian, respect the art form, the craft, the outright just immense skill that it takes to perform pogo stick tricks on solid ground as if you were in a carnival. What do you give this song?
well, I didn't say anything about solid ground, but I get what you're going for.
Yeah.
I give this a D. I'm not listening to this very often.
Are you serious?
I understand. Yeah, I'm serious.
He seriously gave it a D.
I gave it a D.
I think I gave a song an S.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to give it an A.
An A.
There weren't a whole lot of songs that I would say that I actively skip in System of a Down.
Okay.
Right? So when I lined
Fair
them all
enough.
up, I was like, this is probably one of the few that I am. I just
What?
am. Yeah.
Dude, it's so awesome though. It's just a riff. I get it. It's more of a joke song. It's more of a novelty song. But that's what I like. System of a Down nails it.
Yeah. I just like a little bit more, I guess, variance. But of course, I'm going to probably S out something else that is arguably not, doesn't bring as many elements. So, but
get a
that's why we
lot.
do this. That's
True.
why we disagree on these things.
We're pretty far off on this one. I like the variety of it, the multiple bridge sections, the different styles that they bring in on the bridge. The riff itself is great. It's memorable. It works on multiple levels. It does because they put it in a kids movie, so like it can be taken in multiple ways. The Pogo Stick song. It's a great riff. It's a great concept. They had an idea. I get where it's more of a novelty song. I enjoy novelty songs. System of a Down evidently did as well. This is one that I always remember. It was in the first group of System of a Down songs that we ever downloaded back in the day. I always think of this when I think of System of a Down. Just classic. It's a classic to me. So I think it earns that S rank. Taking you on down to Nostalgia Corner on the Poly Music Experience. What are we dealing with for movies in 2001? We're bringing you some other works of art that we may have been experiencing at the time. Movie expert of the month, Michael, hit him. What do we got?
All right. So I'm going to read off some top movies here, and you let me know which ones resonate with you the most from this time period. All right.
All right, here we go. Resonation, go.
All right. So Gladiator cleaned up 5 awards at the Academy Awards. I don't remember that. I mean, I remember that movie, but I don't remember it being as big now.
Resonation, not very close.
Okay. Shrek, Monsters, Inc.
Large resonation.
There you go.
There we go.
We started the Harry Potter franchise movies and the Lord of the Rings. We had Zoolander.
Okay, we're talking.
Yep. A Beautiful Mind. Moulin Rouge. Matrix Reloaded.
The worst of the 4 Matrix movies.
Oh, man.
5 Matrix movies.
I thought I had you there.
No, I love it. It's just the worst one. There's a lot of problems with I love Matrix Reload. It's just no good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
You're skipping classics. So tell them about Shrek. You remember Shrek?
Yeah, I
You
certainly
never forget
do.
that.
I certainly do. We've got like 1 billion Shreks now, but the classic.
There's like 5.
Oh yeah, that's close. That's like where there's so many that you might skip 1 or 2 and not realize it, right? Same as a billion.
Hilarious at the time. I don't think it works anymore. I was having this conversation the other day. Shrek was hilarious at the time. It's because we grew up on the Disney like VHSs,
Right.
and we knew all of the like fairy tales that they're spoofing. So you get to a certain age of like middle school or whatever,
Yeah.
Shrek hits, you're ready to like make fun of all that stuff. But I feel like now it's just meaningless. Like it like had a time and a place and was funny and made sense. But I think Shrek is not gonna last as like a work of art.
You think the fairy tales don't last anymore?
They do, but you kind of have to know the originals to appreciate the thing that's like making fun of them, or to really give a crap about something like Shrek.
That's interesting. I'd never quite pondered it like that before.
Like if you've never heard Pinocchio and Sleeping Beauty and all this stuff, like you would like, what are they talking about? What are they making fun of in Shrek, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't necessarily know that. I mean, Disney obviously has their own streaming service, but I don't necessarily know that kids grow up on all the classics like we did.
They don't watch it.
That's an interesting point.
They have infinity Disney movies and they
Marvel.
tell me there's nothing to watch. So we had 6 VHSs that we wore into the dirt. They have infinity things to stream. And
Yeah,
I'm bored. There's nothing to watch.
that's very interesting. I never quite.
Shrek ain't
Thought
gonna
of that
make
before.
it. Then they do the time capsule. It's a fad. That's what I'm telling you. It's a reaction. It's a fad. It's not something that's a really quality, in my opinion.
I never thought of it quite like that. Well, I had a whole bunch of Toy Stories too. Something like that would probably.
Those are good.
Would that still resonate? Do kids still play with as many toys? Or are you gonna have like a
iPad
movie
story.
about iPad?
The talking iPad. They've done it all already. They did
Yeah.
emoji movies and everything under the sun. But yeah, Toy Story works. Those are good. First Harry Potter, first Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Classic. People our age, that's like religion to people our age. Harry Potter, that's more important than who knows what.
Yeah, just a few other classics. We had Super Troopers, Training Day, Freaky Friday, Legally Blonde 2, Scary Movie 3. So we start getting into already movies that have been made tons of times.
You just start doing this infinite sequels, which
Yeah.
we see today.
The
It's never
first-
stopped.
Yeah, the first Fast and the Furious came out, of which we have tons of movies.
Yeah, how many? Furious 9,
I actually
Furious
don't know.
10.
A billion. So many that you skipped a few.
He exaggerates, folks. Speaking of that, we got a new Batman coming up. It all comes back around.
Yeah.
New James Bond, new Matrix, whatever.
Yeah. Some of the hot shows at the time: Sex and the City, The West Wing, Survivor started.
Never forget that.
Yep. Adult Swim debuted on Cartoon Network.
Never forget that.
Yeah, we watched some good stuff on Adult Swim.
Yeah, they had Harvey Birdman. They had Space Ghost Coast to Coast. They had the original Aqua Teen, the old Brack show. Aqua Teen Adult Swim was mind blowing. I remember the commercials for that. Fairly Odd Parents debuts, as well as Invader Zim debuting on the same night of television. 2 completely different genres. Both are iconic and will both go down, and those will make it to the time capsule of Shrek. Ain't gonna make it, but Invader Zim in there, Fairly
Invader
Odd
Zim,
Parents
huh?
in there. Oh yeah, that's the style of humor is. There's nothing else like that. Both of those are they're completely different from each other. Both debuted on the same night. Got to be one of the most important television for oddball weirdo comedy that appealed to adults and kids. Because Fairly Odd Parents is like The Simpsons for kids at a certain point. Once they get to a certain season, there's just so many background characters and so much stuff going on that it's one of those shows where you can just tune in and out and catch different inside jokes. So that's cool that all hit at the same time. We're just going over the Nostalgia Corner, brought to you by the Polymuse Cousins. We got a poly of muses, multiple. It's not just music. It's not just Invader Zim memories. It's everything above and beyond, taking you back to that 2001 that you never knew you missed. And we'll do it again next time. We got a bonus episode alert coming at you soon. Next time we got Johnny, the terrific Japanese bonus track for you on the System of a Down experience. What am I forgetting, Michael?
I think that's about it. Check us out on the socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok.